And we are live. Welcome, everybody. Happy Thursday. Welcome to Vintage Craft and Chat. For those that are new, my name is Julie. I'm so glad you are here. This is my opportunity to meet with you every Thursday and do guided paper crafting tutorials, junk journal tutorials, all kinds of fun stuff. Sometimes we do holiday decor, anything that I think is fun, I think you may enjoy as well. So welcome. Let me see. Oops, I gotta put my glasses on. I don't see. I'm very sweaty. I just got back from a walk. So I'm super sweaty. Trying to cool down here. Okay, I didn't even put the chat on. Kathy's here. Good morning, Kathy. Terry is here. Terry, I don't know why you've been on my mind a lot the last couple days. And I was actually going to message you. I hope you're doing good. Nettie is here. Good morning, Nettie. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, I miss Carrie. Carrie, I was listening to your live when I was trying to de-sweatify myself. I was attempting to put makeup on and attempting to cool off a little bit in the bathroom. And I was listening to your live. And I'm sorry I missed the whole thing. Diane is here. Good morning, Diane. Good morning, good afternoon. Hi, Susie. I'm so glad to be back too. I was back last week, but I definitely felt like off kilter a little bit. I feel like when I take a break from hanging out with you guys on Thursdays, I just feel, I don't know, not in my element. But I'm so glad to be back. I had an amazing time, amazing trip in Florida. Jim and I just had the best time. And yeah, and I had a wonderful time with my friend, such a good time. So no regrets. And I'm very happy to be back with all of you. Angela's here. Let's see. Angela's listening. Angela's at Michael's. What do you get? Oh, yes, my shirt. Were you here last week, Terry? So this was a gift. Can you guys see? This was a gift from Leanne. And the most wonderful thing is her birthday is on here and my birthday is as well. Now, not the actual year. I think she said her 14th year birthday was on here. And I can't read. Mine's right here in the middle, May 18th, but I can't. It's like 19 something. So I'll take that. I think like 1980 something. So I'll take that as my birth year. It's maybe it's even the year I graduated high school. I don't know. But isn't it cute? Oh my gosh, I love it. And then I have this little necklace. I discovered when I was in Florida that I didn't have good, like, warm weather clothes. I didn't have like cute stuff. So I placed an order on, what is that company? Natural Life. I bought a couple things. I bought this cute necklace and a couple other pieces of clothing. I treated myself. Noon there. Okay, noon there. So I can't see. I always say good morning, and my brain doesn't work. And I as soon as I say good morning, I'm like, but it's not morning for everybody. Some people it's afternoon. Could maybe even be evening, depending on where you are in the world. Okay, let me make sure. I hope I didn't miss anybody. If I missed anybody, huge apologies. I don't think I did. And sending my love if I did miss you. Yes, Angela, tell us what you are finding. Okay, Angela says she's feeling all the drawing sketch pads to try and match that paper. Oh, what did I do with those? Okay, for those of you that may not know what Angela is talking about, Angela sent out some happy mail to some of us. I put them in my little, the Halloween ones I put with the Halloween, like in my Halloween envelope, but these I kept out. So I don't even know if it's gonna come through. But Angela had sent out a couple happy mail packs to some of us, and she stamped on this paper, and it's almost like one side of it, it almost feels, what does it feel like, Angela? It almost feels not handmade paper, but it has like a softness to it, like cotton or like an envelope. And then the other side has more of a slick feel that almost feels like it's like you could lick it, like it's a sticker, but it's not. So I think she's on the hunt to try to see if she can find that paper. And it's kind of see-through. I don't know if you guys can tell. So it's a little, maybe a vellum-like, but it's really good. So I think she's probably on the hunt to see if she can find that. Let's see here. Oh, I love the besties. Carrie and Susie, the besties. Hi, Junk Journal Joanne. Hello. I'm so glad you're here. I hope you're having a good day so far. Let's see. Okay, I think I caught up. Okay, good. All right. Let's see. Let me focus. Let me focus. Okay, the first thing I am going to do is pull out our new prompt from the prompt jar. Let's see what we have this week. Last week was die cut, and that was fun. I loaded Nettie up with lots of, oops, let me go back. I loaded Nettie up with lots of die cuts. So I'll have to tell you, oh, I got to go back here. I have to tell you about our fun weekend, our fun get together here in California. Let's see here. Let's see what we got. Tab. I like this one. That's a good one. Tab. Tab is our new crafty prompt for this week. Let me put it up here so I don't lose it. Or I don't put it back in this jar. Remember I did that last week? There was like some that I had put back in the jar. So tab is our crafty prompt for this coming week. And then here is my make for die cut. And I'll show you in a minute why I wanted to make this. But this is just a journaling card. So this is a die cut here. Well, not really a die cut. I actually cut this out from a piece of scrapbook paper. So I just lined the back with some lined paper, which is was a from a pad that was actually Halloween, if you can believe that, with that kind of minty green. So I cut off all the Halloween parts and just kept the minty. And I just covered it with some vintage Christmas sheet music. And so the die cuts I use, I actually backed this one. The one that said Merry Christmas was a die cut, but I backed it with some cardstock just to make it pop a little bit. And then the two trees and the two stars are die cuts. And then this is just a strip of Christmas wrapping paper that I had in my stash. That's so pretty. And I think we're going to use some of that today when we make the hidden paper clips, because today we're making hidden paper clips. So that was my make for the week. Let me stick that down here. Running out of room. Okay, so let me turn. Oh my gosh. I love hearing about Diane's granddaughter. So your granddaughter, she spent Halloween week in New York City with high school bestie. Yes, she is living her best life. I mean, you have to do all the stuff when you're young and you have the energy. That's when you have to do it and enjoy life. Really enjoy life at any age, but just do all the things. Experience all the things when you're young. I think that's fabulous. Let's see. Oh, Angela said because the original paper is 20 plus years old. Yeah, I think it's closer to 50 or 60 pound paper. Okay. So are you feeling all the paper in Michael's to see if you can find? I've never come across any paper like that. I should look through my sketch pads and stuff. I might have some older ones, but I've never felt any paper like that. It's a mystery. It's a mystery. Is the cover still on it? Are you able to do a Google search? I think you said maybe the cover wasn't on it. Okay, let me turn the camera around. Am I plugged in? I'm plugged in. I still feel very, I still feel very discombobulated today. There we go. Okay. Okay, so let's get into that. And I don't know, that's a little bit low. Let me close that. Okay, let me push some things out of the way. Oh, I also wanted to share this. I just think it's so adorable. So I haven't shown it in the haul, but I was lucky enough to find another really big roll of vintage lace, you know, on the big like cardboard roll. I actually thrifted it from one of my local thrift stores, and it's been a while. It is in the queue to show it in a haul video, but I wanted to package it up and get some of it in my Etsy store, and also package it up in a cute way to maybe have at our upcoming supply sale that we're having in, never remember the date. It's November. How come I never remember to write it down? November 22nd. Here, I'm going to look because that's terrible. I'm going to put it on a little sticky and have it here. Let me look. Crafty supply sale. I bet Angela's going to say it much quicker. I know it's on my calendar, but that's all the way in the family room. Let's see here. I bet she's going to beat me to it to say what the date is. I have to go way back. November 22nd. So let me write that down so I don't drive you all crazy saying that I can't remember the date. So November 22nd, and we have a really great lineup. I'm going to write it on my little cute cat sticky notes here. November 22nd. All righty. Okay. Let's see. Oh, that's not too bad. An hour and a half train ride from Philadelphia. That's nice. I mean, that's just a quick, fun weekend getaway. Okay, let me see. I have it stuck up there. Susie, we are the now see, now I can't say the word because I read what you wrote. Discombobulated. Combobulated. That's probably how you're supposed to say it, right? Discombobulated. We're the discombobulated team. November 22nd. Okay. Okay, perfect. Okay. There we go. But yeah, I just wanted to show it. I thought it was so cute. I just took some vintage book page. This was from a children's dictionary, and I loved the fun pop of color. I also took a strip of vintage map, you know, the big fold-up maps, and that's what I've been using for a lot of my packaging, and just a little fussy cut of a logo that I like to include on my packages, and a little vintage button, and a little bulb pin, and a little piece of fabric, and I just think those are so cute. And then I also have this I've had in my shop a little bit longer. I just packaged it a little bit different. I guess this is more romantic and kind of vintage looking, and I want to give this more of a pop of color since it was the bright white. But those are both in my Etsy shop if you guys are looking for some lace, and you can craft with the packaging, so even better. Hi, Happy Maker. Welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Welcome, welcome. Isn't that weird when I'm clicking on things? Let me go into design. See how it's not coming up? Let's see if we do it that way. Oh, that's big. Base. Let's do it that way. I think that's a little bit better. Let's look at round. Oh, round is cute. Okay, let's keep it round. It was hard to read. Okay, let me go back into chat. I'm missing chats here. Carol, I need to remember. Happy Maker is Carol. Hello, hello. Okay. All right, so let me show you what we are making today. I've made several different versions of paper clips over the years. This is my favorite way of doing hidden paper clips. I just think it's so super easy. I've watched other tutorials and things where there's like, you fold the paper and you do all kinds of stuff. My brain doesn't work like that very well. I'm not good with kind of mathematical measuring and folding and things that are too complicated. I like things that are super, super easy. So I've just come upon this style, and it's simple, it's easy, and very easy to put together. And then you can get to the decorating part, which really is the most fun. So these are hidden paper clips, and I use the Dollar Tree time cards as my base for this. I thought I'll show you what those look like, but I love the green and the red that is on those time cards, and I think it just added kind of to the vintage look and feel. The ladies are from the Tim Holtz Christmas snippets, I think that they're called, and I'll show you those in a minute too. And the rest is just, yeah, little bits and bobs and things I had in my Christmas bin, little scraps of paper, buttons, lace, that kind of thing. These are great to use up things that are in your little scrap pile. And I didn't even decorate the back, but you can certainly decorate the back as well. So that's what we are making today. And I always like to remind myself to say, well, what the heck do you do with them once you've made them? So those of us that are in the junk journal community, hidden paper clips are not a new term, but the way I like to use them is to clip ephemera, journal cards, that kind of thing onto my journal pages. And I think it's just a great way to decorate your page. So I just took a vintage postcard here and clipped it on. The great thing about this style too is that it can be a page tab. So depending on how you orient, I have them oriented this way, but depending on how you decorate, they are great as page tabs as well. So how cute is that? In fact, I would probably put it down here. So that becomes a great way to utilize it as a page tab. So super cute. They're, of course, great to decorate packages. You could stick this onto a Christmas, wrap your Christmas package, stick this onto the bow. They're great as bookmarks. I mean, there's tons of ways that you could use them. But in the junk journal community, this is, I think, the way that we use them the most. And I also wanted to share this cute little Christmas journal. So we had a big meetup Saturday. Nettie, who's here in the chat, was with us as well. So Laura, Mary Beth, and Nikki from Fatbird Finds. And some of you may know Laura also. She also has another crafting channel that's Fatbird Finds Crafting. That's a tongue twister. So the three ladies, they were in California for a week. Mary Beth, I think, had a work-related thing, and so they just made fun and came out here to California to visit. And our other friend Jamie, with Mid-Century Wasted, is the name of her YouTube channel, and I think her other channel is Jamie Chaotic. Is that right, Nettie? I think it is. So she has two YouTube channels, and Jamie just put together this really fun meetup. We met in Orange County at Jamie's Savers, which I have to say is much better than my Savers. I almost feel like I want to make a trip over there, like once a month. I mean, mine never has craft supplies or anything like that. But we met at the Savers, and then later we went over to Orange Circle, the city of Orange, and they have a really great kind of like a whole downtown that's just full of antique malls, antique shops, antique malls, vintage shops, that kind of thing. We had a great lunch. We got our shopping on, and we just had a great day. But Laura, when we were in Savers, she hollered at me and she's like, Julie, you have to look at these. Do you want one? so she had found 3 of these journals that were already put together. So they already had the ring binder in it, and this is kind of a hard front cover here and a hard back cover, and it's already full of all this great Christmas paper, which is great. So somebody took the time to put these together. I think a few of them had decorations in them. And so Laura, because she was having to fly back home, she was kind of limited on weight and space. So she took one, and then I said, oh, I'm going to take the other 2, and I gave one to Nettie. So Nettie has one. I sort of shared my loot with Nettie. I found like tons of die cuts, and what else did I think that's mostly, what did I find else, Nettie? Brads, all kinds of fun stuff I found at Savers. So yeah, I dug in. We had like a trunk loot exchange after the meetup. So isn't that cute? It just has really cute paper. I may put smaller rings in here. I think they might be a little bit too big, so I might change them out for smaller, but I can add more paper. So this is going to be officially my working Christmas journal for the season. So anything we make over the next month or month and a half, we'll be putting it in this journal. I don't know, all kinds of fun stuff that we'll be doing. So I wanted to share that. That's my working journal. Okay, let's see. Where am I going to put this? I'm going to put this here. Let me get back out of this so I can get into YouTube on my phone. Sometimes it's easier to watch the chat. I like to share, Nettie, because it's like way too much. And it was terrible. They have it Savers. If you guys have Savers, what else does Savers go by? The name is escaping me. They go by there's a different name for Savers thrift store, depending on, even in Canada, they have a different name. It's not on the tip of my tongue right now. But they have these cute little rolly basket carts, and I was just throwing stuff in there like crazy because I'm like, oh my gosh, and the prices are so good. I also had a 20% off coupon, and like I said, I never find crafting supplies at my Savers. It's very, very rare. And they had such a great bag wall, so I kind of went a little bit crazy, but I was good at the antiques shops. I only bought 2 things. Value Village, that's what it is. The tiny, oh my gosh, I found all these great little tiny brads. Let me see. Let me grab them. Where did I put them? Did I put them over here? I might have put them back in the thing. Oh my gosh, they're so cute and tiny. Oh, here they are. I kept everything in the bag because I want to do a haul on it, but aren't these cute? Oh my gosh. I think there were two bags maybe that had all the brads in them. I'm not sure because I ripped them all open, but look at those great colors. And then I just put them in this jar so that they're easier to contain. Okay. All right. Let me share so these are the Dollar Tree time cards that I'm using as my base, but I wanted to do a little bit of an experiment because I'm using some that I had coffee dyed a while back, and I had those in my stash. So I'm going to be using the coffee dyed ones as the base today, but I just wanted to show you they come and they're in this really bright white, but I wanted to play a little bit and see, oh, how could you recreate that? So I just grabbed a paper plate. I took a piece of it that started off bright white. You can kind of see on the back there. And I just covered it with vintage photo. And then I took a little spray bottle that has coffee. I probably need to dump this out and start over, but frankly, it doesn't smell. I smelled it. I'm like, oh my gosh, is this still good? Because it's been sitting in my cart for probably at least 6 months. And I just sprayed it. So, and kind of got that look. So if you don't want to go through the big work of coffee dyeing something, you can achieve that with the inks. Certainly if you have the spray ink too, the Tim Holtz spray ink, you can do that as well. But yeah, I think that turned out pretty cute. And actually, let's use that one since I already have it. I already have it ready to go. Let me put my coffee spray bottle out of the way. And I do have a list of supplies down below, but they're super easy. And this is one of those crafts, like just grab some cardstock and grab, you know, whatever theme. If you're doing it for Christmas, or you're making it for Halloween or Easter, just grab all your little bits and pieces and just have fun with it. In fact, I also grabbed out this little, I thought maybe these might be fun to use. So here's some little snowflake brads. Here's some little tiny, can you see that? They're little tiny stars. I thought those would be fun. And just little bits of fabric, trim, that kind of thing. Oh, these are fun. I picked these up at Michael's whenever I was visiting my parents out in the desert. So it's probably been a couple months now. And I thought these were fun. So these are from, I'm pretty sure this is Michael's, right? Christmas paper crafts. I don't know. That day we went to Michael's. We went to Hobby Lobby. Maybe it was Hobby Lobby, actually. I take that back. So these are just little foam candy canes. So just stuff like that I think is kind of fun to add to those. I also grabbed out, these would be fun. I picked these up from Dollar Tree when I was in Florida. So these would be awfully cute also to decorate. So really anything you have, you know, it's not, you use your imagination and kind of let it go wild. Okay, so let me grab a couple things here. Okay, all my piles here. Okay, and then I'm going to pull this out. Okay, so here are the measurements, and you don't have to go by these measurements. You can change them up based on the ephemera you have, based on the size of paper clips you have. I'm using these really big jumbo ones. I kind of like these big ones, and I happen to have them. They're close to 2 inches. They're maybe an eighth shy of 2 inches. So these are the big ones. But if you're using the smaller ones, then you would just adjust the size of your paper to accommodate that. And the measurements I came up that I feel work pretty well with the large paper clips are to cut a strip. So for the outside strip, 1 3/4 wide. So the width, and then the length, 4.5 inches. And that seems to work pretty good with that size. And then we're going to cut an inside strip, which is a little bit smaller. So about 1.5 inches, and then approximately 4 1/8 inches. So again, you can use your scissors and you can adjust as needed, but those are kind of approximate lengths that seem to work well. You know what? I'll cut another one just so maybe we'll have 2 going. So this one's already done. That's that one that I coffee dyed. And let me grab, oh my goodness, Julie, you already lost. Here we go. Let me grab one of these. And maybe I'll use one of these. So I think, so this one's a little bit shorter, but let's see if it works. So I'm going to come in and cut off a little bit of this side here. I really want that red to show. So I'm going to cut that off, and let's make it, so we said the width should be about 1 3/4. And hopefully it will still work. Okay. This will be a test. If not, we can just change it up and use smaller paper clips. So I'm going to fold this in half. And I'm going to grab my little paper trimmer here, corner rounder, and we're just going to round those corners. Okay, so we have 2 going here. And then I've just been using these the really thin Dollar Tree index cards for the middle. They're hefty enough. I probably wouldn't use super thin like copy paper. You want something that has a little bit more heft to it. And I find you could use, you know, the vintage ones that are a little bit thicker, but I find these work pretty well, and I have so many of them, so it's nice to use them up. So for the inside, we said 1.5 inches. So I'm just going to cut that down. Oh, and actually this is great. So you almost get two out of the index card. Oh, in fact, I need that. And we are going to make the length about 4 1/8. Hopefully that works. Go ahead and fold that. So maybe this one I'll make a little bit. I'm going to make this one 4 just because the other one was shorter. Let's see how it works. We're going to go ahead and fold them. Hobby Lobby, yes. That was Hobby Lobby. We were all over the place that day. We were looking for a Christmas tree for my parents. So we hit up like every craft kind of store. We went to Walmart. We were all over the place. Okay, so that one's pretty good for that. And let me see here. That one's pretty good. So I'll show you. So basically when you're cutting it, you just want to make sure that you're leaving a little bit of room on the edges, just because I don't necessarily like that showing. Let me show you. I mean, you can run it. Let's see if you can see. You can run it right up to the edge. You could probably make them equal, but I don't know. I kind of like just the edge like this rather than being a thicker edge. So hopefully you can kind of see. So it's just a little bit shy on the 3 sides there. Okay, and that works pretty good. All right, and I'm going to hit it a little bit with the ink. Again, this is kind of a step. Whoops, actually we want to do this side. I'm going to do this side. So this is just an extra step. You don't need to, but just so we don't have that super white showing. And I'm actually going to flip it so I see a little bit. If you do get a little peek in there, you just see a little bit of the stripe, which I think is kind of fun. Let's see here. And we'll do this a little bit on the edge. Okay, there we go. All right, so let's take our paper clips here. Okay, and all we're going to do is we're going to stick our paper clip on the inside strip. Okay, we'll do this one. Let me make sure I still have the right ones. I think that one went with that one, and that one went with that one. And the reason why I leave a little bit of, I want the inside piece a little bit shorter and a little bit smaller, because when you attach the paper clip on here and you fold it, it ends up pushing it down a little bit, if that makes sense. So because that's sticking out a little bit at the top, this actually pushes this strip down a little bit. Hopefully that makes sense the way I said that. Okay, so these are both fitting really well. And then we're just going to take Fabri-Tac. I think Fabri-Tac works well for this. Glue gun would work really well for it too, but we're just going to do the Fabri-Tac. And I kind of went inside and around the paper clip there too. So quick and easy. And you could really mass make these. You could cut all your strips, your inside strips, your outside strips, and you can really go to town and make a bunch of these all at once. Turn it over, do the same thing. There you go. Okay, one down, pretty quick. Two down, pretty soon. Oh, I should have put the link below. I made these for maybe Halloween. I can't remember what it was, last year or a couple years ago. I should have put that tutorial down in the description. I forgot about that. You have a value village in New Jersey? Yeah. When I visited, when my daughter Taylor and I, when we visited Joni of Vintagerous, we went to her value village in Canada. Oh my gosh, it was so nice. So nice. In fact, it might have been 2-story, and I don't think I even made it downstairs where they had all the crafting stuff. I hit up the book section. We just kind of had, kind of a limited amount of time. Taylor found a lot of really cute clothing items. She found some shoes. Yeah, it was very, very nice, I have to say. Okay, there we are. So these are together. So now we are going to have fun decorating. Actually, let's hit this. Let's hit the edges here with ink. So even though we've done the coffee dyeing or staining, whichever way we call it, or if you've done the technique with the inks, I think it's nice to hit the edges again. And you could also, I think you could also get that same coffee dye look if you hit it with the vintage photo, or you could do the linen color and then come back if you have any of those splatter stamps and maybe use the walnut stain. I should have done that too. I kind of ran out of time yesterday, but that would have been a good experiment too. I bet you would get the same look. Okay. There we go. Okay. And then the other thing I pulled out, I felt like this was kind of a splurge for me. I don't always buy a lot of the Tim Holtz stuff, also because I find that I start to hoard it because I think it's so cool rather than using it. But I had picked up, I think I picked these up when Hobby Lobby, or no, Joann's was going out of business and closing. I had picked this up, so it wasn't super discounted, but it was discounted enough that it made me pull the trigger. But you do get a lot of strips and snippets in here. So what is this called? This is called the large collage strips. And actually Christmas 2024. So I don't know if they put any out for 2025. But what I liked about them is to come in and cut them up. So you don't have to use like a big strip of them. You can slice them and get a lot more mileage out of them. So let's see. So these ladies, let me grab the other one. They were actually one whole snippet. So all 4 of the ladies were together, and I just cut them in half and made them smaller, but I'm not sure. Like these ladies may work. Let's see what we have in here. If we have anything else that would kind of work that way. Oh, these are cute, except I don't think, so we'd have to cut it where we just have this one little girl by herself, and then we have this 3. But we could do that and then maybe use it for something else. We have the ladies. Let's see what else we have in here. Or we could just do it not with the people. We can just pick out another, oh, those girls might work. Oh, they're kind of cute. So we can do 2 and 2. But look how cute this is. You could just, you know, use the little Santa. I kind of like it with the people. I think that made it kind of fun. Oh, we have these like skiing guys. Oh, they're fun too. Yeah, let's do that. Let's use the ski. Let's use the ski guys because I think I can cut it where we could get 3 and 2. Let's do that because they're kind of Christmassy. Kind of snowy, Christmassy. Okay, so I'm just going to take my scissors. I think there's really great graphics on these. Okay. And I save like all these little pieces. So even like little teeny tiny pieces, save those. Don't throw them away. I think they're kind of precious. Okay, let's see. Yeah, that'll be able to fit. I think that'll work. Okay, so we'll do that. So we'll have 3 and then we'll have 2. I think that'll work. Okay, let's take our little corner rounder. Let's round the corners. We'll grab some other fun stuff to put with it. Let's see. Susan said she found a bride Ginny doll for $5. Oh, at your Value Village. She says, I love my Ginny doll in the 50s. And we, oh, you moved and they disappeared. Yeah, that happens. How fun, isn't that fun when you have, you know, you like say, oh, I miss that thing that I loved. And then you go into a thrift store and there it is. I love that. It's meant to be. Meant to be. I had something similar that happened when I was in Florida, when I was shopping with my friend. We were in a thrift store and she held up this vintage stocking, like Christmas stocking. She's like, oh, look at this. And she was kind of far away. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. And she was like, I said, are you going to buy it? And she's like, no, I'm not. Do you want it? And I said, oh my gosh, I love it. And so I started walking towards her and I said, well, it has a name on it, right? And I said, what name is on it? So as I got closer, she held it up and it had my mom's name on it. It has Judy on it. And when I was little, my mom and her mom, my Nana, had made us also, everybody in the family, we all had those like felted sequin stockings with their names on them. And then my Nana and I had made matching ornaments as a surprise for my mom for our Christmas tree at home. So every time I went over to her house, we were kind of working in secret and making little matching ornaments, and all of those are gone. I have no idea what my mom did with the stockings or the ornaments, and very, very, very sad. But I felt it was meant to be that that my friend found one and it had my mom's name on it. And I'm like, well, I have to get it. That's a sign. I was like, thank you, Mama. Yeah. So that's it, that, you know, that I will hang that with all of our stockings this year. I think that's going to be super fun. Okay. I think that's cute. We got our little thing going. Let's see. What do they need? I like these little candy canes. I think are kind of fun. Some of them are pink and some are red. I think I'll grab a red one. So that might be cute for those 2 guys. Let's see what else we have in here. Oh, I wanted to use some of this. So this isn't vintage paper, and I received a gift. I don't know who sent me a gift in it, but I had this in my stash and I love this. It kind of has a metallic look to it, but you can tell it's not old. It has like those cut lines on the other side, but maybe let's use some strips of that down below. Let me grab. It's a little hard to cut, I think, because of the type it is, but it's awfully fun. So let's get our fancy scissors out. Let's maybe add a little bit of that. Yeah, that's cute. And because of the way it is, you can't rip it. You can only cut it. That's the one thing I found. Let's maybe put a little bit of that there. We're just kind of playing. Hopefully you guys can see that. When I get too, if I get too close, it starts doing the zoomies with the camera. Let's see, the guys are a little bit more masculine, right? So we don't want anything too girly. That might be cute. Ooh, I like this. I like this vintage fabric here. Let's get a little snippet of that. Yeah, Susie, I think when you found your doll, and we find those things out in the wild, of course, that's why we all love to thrift, but definitely meant to be. You were meant to find your little Ginny doll. Okay, that's kind of cute. What else? I think this needs something. What else do I have besides this paper? Let's see. These were some printouts that I found online. I kind of like the colors on here. I don't know if much of it is going to show, but I'm going to cut this one out here. I kind of like the colors of it. You know how I like blue. I like to add some turquoise into everything. It's just my color I gravitate towards. We could also put some ribbon or some rickrack down at the bottom. But let's see if this does anything. Ooh, I like that. Okay. Let's see. I mean, we're not really going to be able to tell that it's a heart, but we're just going for kind of the vibe and the feel and the color. We're definitely not going to be able to see exactly what it is, but let's see here. Cute. I like that. Okay, I think this one, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to glue that down. Let's hit it with a little bit of ink, and then we can cut the excess off. But I think that's awfully cute. It gives us a little bit of red, a little bit of blue. Do I want to offside it a little bit? No, maybe we'll run it across the whole thing. Okay, let's take our Fabri-Tac. I'm guessing that probably the ornaments, and they probably got yucky is what I'm thinking. I bet we had them like stored in a crawl space or something, and they probably got all mothy is what I'm guessing. But even if they were mothy, I would so love to have them. We had them with like my grandparents' names, mine, my mom, my dad had one. I think my great-grandparents too. My mom's grandparents, my grandma's grandparents. Oh, that's pretty. I like that. Okay, let's hit that with a little bit more ink. Okay, might be two. I'm kind of drawn. I like the handmade when it comes to Christmas. I love like little handmade ornaments. Kind of drawn to that. Okay, let's hit these, both of these up with a little bit ink here. Okay, that one goes there. What else do we need? Need some more stuff. I don't know if I like that material now. Let's see what else we have here. Maybe this chartreuse green would be cute. That's kind of cute. That's cute. What else do we have here? I pulled out this kind of, ooh, let's put some of that at the bottom. Cut that edge a little bit. Oh, I know what I want to ask. Do any of you have a rotary like fabric? Fabric scissors, but they're the rotary kind. Do any of you have or own those, and do you like them? For the craft sale, I was thinking I have so much fabric, so much great fabric that I've thrifted over the last couple of years. And so I was thinking about doing some fat quarters for the sale. And I've seen people use those rotary cutters, and it just looks faster and easier, especially if I will be cutting a lot of fabric. But I wanted to get everybody's opinions. What is Angela saying? Angela's saying she's at Dollar Tree. I think their $5 sketchbook is really is a pretty good match for that paper. Wow. Wouldn't that be fabulous? I think it's worth getting and trying. I just was at Dollar Tree. What was it, last week? I think I went. Ooh. Yeah, let us know, Angela. That would be so fabulous. That's interesting. So their $5 sketchbook. I didn't even know they had craft supplies in kind of that more expensive section. Susie said she never knew her great grandparents. Oh, I only knew them on my mom's side. My mom's mom, so my great grandma, we called her Gram, and her husband, he wasn't my biological great grandpa. He was, so Gram and Gramps. Gram and Gramps were their name, and he was the sweetest, most wonderful man. I think they had been probably married they were married a very, very long time, probably 20, 30 years, something like that. And he was so just a gentle giant, very, very tall. Graham, my great grandma, was a little tiny little thing, 4 foot something. I don't know how tall she was. She was so tiny and petite. My Nana was, and my mom was short and petite as well. And he was just a big teddy bear of a guy. And he was from Canada, which was interesting. But yeah, so just Grandma and Gramps on my mom's side. And my dad's side, I never met my great grandparents. In fact, I only knew my dad's mom, my grandma Katie, because my dad's dad passed away when my dad was 18. So I never got to meet my grandpa, just my grandma. My mom met him, I think, a couple times because my parents started dating when they were in high school. So my mom got to meet him a couple times before he passed away. But I have lots of pictures of him, and we talk about him all the time. And so it kind of feels like I know him, like he's been in my life. Let's see here. Cutters. I knew Kathy would know. Kathy says, let's see, what does she say? Yes, but they get dull really fast, and the replacement blades cost almost as much as the cutters. Okay, I'm not going to get one. that right there tells me I have these really sharp scissors. I have a couple pairs of fabric scissors, so I'll just do that. So Andrew said they have sketchbooks and journals in the $5 section, but the journal paper is so slick. Very interesting. That would be super exciting though, because you're just using it for the stamping to stamp upon. So at $5 still, you probably would get a lot of sheets in there, would be my guess. Kathy said she had one set of great grandparents until 13 and 19. Okay. 13 and 19. I was pretty young when Grandma and Gramps passed away. I was probably elementary school, I feel like, and he passed away before she did. Oh my gosh, Diane. Diane said she knew 4 of her great grandparents. You were lucky, lucky lady. Such a blessing. How wonderful is that? Let's see. Susie said she used to make quilts in a day workshop, and you used a rotary cutter all the time, and I got an award for my first. Oh, you did, Susie? You got an award for your first log cabin quilt? I wish you were on Instagram, Susie. I would love to see pictures of all this. Oh my gosh, congratulations. What do you think of the rotary cutters? Do you think that's a good buy? Did you go through the blades a lot, like Kathy was saying? Um, do you think, Kathy, like, because I'm just also just cutting the fat quarters, does it make them wear out any less? I mean, I'm not going to do heavy cutting, and I obviously don't want it to be super, super perfect. I'm not doing quilts. Oh my goodness, Diane, how wonderful. 5 generations. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So I guess we only had the 4 generations. And then I'm trying to think, my stepdad's, let's see, my stepmom's side, because my my mom was married probably to my stepdad for 30 some odd years. And I think my dad and stepmom maybe are even, oh gosh, they're in their like 40 something years, I think now, being married. But even on the step side, I knew my stepmoms. I had a grandma, Grandma June was my stepmom's mom. But no greats, and her dad had also passed away at a young age. So I just had Grandma June. And then on my stepdad's side, I did have a great grandmother. So I did know his grandmother. So I did have a step great grandmother for a period of time. Mammy. She was Mammy. Super nice lady. And I loved my Grandma June. Oh, wow. Okay. So Susie says, so you still have your rotary cutter that you had in the 80s and 90s? Have you had to replace the blades on it? I feel like they don't make things as well as they used to, right? I feel like scissors and all these like vintage things that we have maybe from our parents and our grandparents, we still have them and they work really well. And I don't know that they're as good, all the new ones out. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Do you think the old stuff was made better? Okay, that's cute. I feel like I need something else, right? That's kind of where we are on this one right now. I don't know. Maybe it's okay. Do we want to put lace with the guys? Maybe we'll put a little bit of lace on here. Oh, I know what we'll do too. This was cute on this one. I wrapped a little bow around that. So let's do that too. Let's get a little bit. I think the guys can have lace too. Yeah, I definitely feel like the vintage tools last a lot longer. Okay, let's just go for that. I think I can hem and haw all day long. I love the chartreuse. I also like there's a little bit sticking up, so you can see a little bit over the top of your, if you're using it as a tab or a paper clip in your journal page. I think it's kind of fun to have a little bit of height. Okay, stick that there. And let's get some green twine. Thought that was cute. Hopefully that's enough. Oh, wow, how fun. I love that he taught you Czechoslovakian words. Maybe also that you had that on his side, that he was one of the younger siblings. Well, I guess my grandma Katie, my dad's mom, I met only one of her siblings, Aunt Linda, and they lived together for like 20 something years. They were both widowed at fairly young ages when both my dad and his cousin were both young. That's cute. And I never met any of the siblings on my dad's side. My dad's we have so many only children in our family. I think I've told you all that. My dad's an only child. My mom was an only child. I'm an only child. My stepdad was an only child. So we have the only child syndrome in our family. Lots of only children. Okay, that's cute. I just added a little bit of trim there. I probably should have taken the backing off first, but let's see. I'll do it this way. Also, I feel like I'm going to leave a little bit on. I think I'm going to leave this on, this backing. Maybe I'll take a little bit of it off because I don't want it to be sticky when that sticks up a little bit. So I think I'm going to leave some, hopefully that makes sense. I'm going to leave some of that backing. I don't want things to catch on it. Okay, I think that's good. And maybe we'll hit this with a little bit of ink too. We'll get rid of that. We'll get rid of that kind of white on the side. Let's do that too. Kind of grunge it up a little bit. Okay, let's take a bit of this art glitter. It'll kind of stick on with the sticker too, but I like to add a little bit extra. So it has staying power. It's cute. Kind of hold that down a little bit. Hi, Jana. Drive safe. Thank you for listening. Drive safe. I hope you're doing something fun today. Okay. All right. Okay. I probably should have put this on before I put the material on, but I think we can kind of stick it back behind the fabric there. There we go. Super cute. No, I think it would be cute. Well, let's do that one after. We'll go through all this and see if we can find some words like Merry Christmas or where did I find this one? Bright stars that glitter. I don't remember where I found that, but we'll see if we can find maybe some little words in maybe the Tim Holtz snippets, or I also have, where did it go? What did I do with it? You know, the little sticker sheet thing, which I always say I can't find words in there, but we'll look through there too. Okay, let's do this one. So we were liking this little bit of paper here. Doesn't take ink very well, but I'm going to try to hit it with a little bit of ink. It's a little bit slick, but it's awfully pretty. Okay. Here's our dudes. What we're gonna put with that? Maybe I like that. Maybe a button. What else do I have? Oh, I know what I have. Ooh, let's do this. I pulled out this ribbon. So I think I've had this, Target. I've had this for an awfully long time. I don't know if they're still making it or carrying it, but look at these little Christmas trees. So they're little felted Christmas trees. This would be cute too. And then I have one. Let's see. Let's try them both out. See which one we like the best. This might be too big. Maybe not. I don't know. That might be too big. Let's see what the tree looks like. Let's test them all out. Kind of like the tree because they're skiing. They're up in the mountains. Cut that little thing out. I think the tree might be awfully cute. I think this one's too big. This may work. Ooh, we could put this on the back. Maybe let's put the little snowflakes on the back. I didn't decorate the back of the other ones. Let's see. What do we have here? I want to cover up that guy. I don't know if I like it. Or we could put it down here. We can put them up higher. That's kind of cute. Okay, I think that's kind of cute like that. So maybe that's what we'll do. Let me see here. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, let me glue that on. Oh, and the other thing I put down in the supply list, stickles. Stickles are a lot of fun too to use on these if you want to add a little bit of glitter. You could use do the old fashioned with the glue and the glitter, but stickles are fun too to add a little bit of sparkle. I think that's cute. Oops. Could have got glue on that side. We can even have that run off a little bit. I feel like I want something to ground it. Maybe on the bottom. Let's see here. Ooh, I have some of this. Ooh, let's make them all sparkly. Okay, I'm going to take a little bit of this. I think this is the Dollar Tree ribbon. This may look very familiar to you guys. I know it came in black and orange and silver. I've had this for a bunch of years, so it's actually thick ribbon, and I just cut it down into little strips. But let's give these guys some sparkle. I'm going to put a little bit of sparkle behind, because why not? I'm going to cut another one. I got glue all over that one. So there's kind of a flat side to this ribbon, and then there's kind of the puffier side. Let's see here. I got glue on this side of that one. Okay. All right. Okay, it's cute. And let's use the fabric tack, I think. I only, oops, the top of this is a little wonky. Cut this off a little bit. It's supposed to be a star, but it looks a little funny. Ooh, I'm just going to cut the whole thing off. Depending when you're cutting down, there's little stars on top, but it looked a little funky. Actually, this is better because it'll shorten the tree up a little bit. The first time I ever bought stickles was at that, what am I trying to say? Remainders, that art supply thrift store that Leanne and Nettie and I go to, the one that's in Pasadena. I bought a whole bag of it. I don't know, maybe there was like 5 or 6 bottles of it. And so that was my first experience. And I've since, I think I've since maybe bought a bottle of the silver. I think I liked working with it so much that I ended up buying some brand new. Oh, that's cute. And that's where we are on that. I like that. I like that tree. And then what else are we going to do? That. Do we like that? What else do I have in my little bowl here? Got a little snippet of, that's kind of cute. It's kind of grungy. It's kind of cute too. We could do a button. Let's see what that would look like. I got to get my whole thing of buttons out. I was going to pull some buttons and put them in a bowl, but I ran out of time. So let's dig around in here, see what we come up with. Oh, that white one's awfully cute. That might be it. That may be it. Let's go with that. It's cute. Okay, we need a little bit of twine. Oh, that's too small. Let's get a little bit of green. Okay. Yeah, I enjoy stickles. I think it's a fun, really great product, and it has a little bit of a tip. In fact, I'll pull it out. We'll use some. It has a nice tip on it, so you get nice precision application with it. So for some things, I really do like the stickles. I think the only exception, like when we were making the pinwheels, the rosettes a couple weeks ago, the Halloween ones, when I'm putting glitter on the edge of something like that and I want it to be kind of thick and substantial, then I like the old-fashioned applying the art glitter and then rolling it in the glitter. Or if I was, maybe if I was going to glitter like the top of like a peat pot or that kind of thing, maybe I like the old-fashioned way. Oh, gardeners are here. You guys are going to get a little bit of noise. Okay. Okay, let's glue this on. Yeah, this is like super, like, look at that. I don't know. It's super grungy. It's hard to tell, but it's got it's got marks and all kinds of stuff on it. I was at a estate sale with my husband a bunch of years ago, and we were walking through the house, and there was this huge jar, and it was just full of rickrack. It was all like a big ball. It was all jumbled up and it was all tangled up. And Jim looked at me like I was crazy. I'm like, I need all that. I pulled it all out of the jar. People probably thought I was weird, but it was a bunch of the really thin, the little tiny rickrack. So I've since kind of put it on, um, wound it on. What am I trying to say? Like the cardboard holders. I detangled it. I spent a bunch of time when I was redoing my trim drawer. Oh, that's cute. Right? That one's super cute. I like the little homespun with the tree and the way the button is. Hopefully you guys can see that. That's cute. Okay, let's see. Oh, let's put these on the back. Let's do that. Oops. I think it'll be cute with these on the back. I'll probably do it to the other ones I made because I think it's kind of nice to have decoration on the back too, especially when you turn the page and you see the back side. Oops. That's cute. That's fun. Okay, I'll put that on the back of all the other ones eventually. Let's put one on here so it'll be done. I think, where's the end? Here we go. Okay. It's cute. I'll grab that Christmas stocking too. It's on the other side. That my mama's Christmas stocking. I have so many piles of things that I need to do hauls on. I need to get at it. Okay, that's cute. I think that makes the other side cute. Okay, let's see if we can find words. I don't know. It's maybe this one. Oh, this is cute. It says Christmas Club. Ooh, let's see if we can make that work. How cute is that? Right? They're in their Christmas club. Like their ski club. I think it'll fit. Okay, let's cut this down. Make it a little bit smaller. I love these scissors that I got at Ollie's. I've been using them more than my little fussy cut ones, and they're so grunged up already. I've been cutting look at they're all they're all grossed out already. I haven't stopped using these since I've been home. So they're a little bit bigger. I don't know what brand they were because I unpackaged them before I put them in, Jim's suitcase. I sent them home with Jim. So they're a little bit longer and they're really sharp like them. I wish I knew what brand they were. Okay, let's ink this up. And I wish I had bought several pair, not just the one. That's the thing about when you're traveling, it's, you know, you start getting nervous that things will or won't fit. Okay, I think we'll have to put it on this one because I'm going to see, I'm going to cut it down even more. Oh my gosh, Susie. Oh, what a treat. Oh my gosh, seeing a hawk like that. What an absolute treat. Wow. Oh, you think maybe it was an eagle because of how big it was. Oh my goodness. That would be amazing if it was an eagle. I don't know. I don't think I've seen, other than the zoo, I don't think I've seen an eagle in the wild. I've seen, oh, what are the big birds they have at the what are those called? They're native to California. Can't think of, they're not buzzards. It'll come to me. But I don't think I've never seen an eagle. All right, let's see. I'm not sure if it'll fit. We could do Christmas. Oh, maybe up here it would. Christmas. You play around with this a little bit. I kind of hate to cover up so much of them. If I put it up here, Christmas. I'll see what you guys think. That might be okay. What if I put this way at the top? Okay, so these are our options. So I think I can fit it up here. It would hang out a little bit there, but I think that's okay. So I could do that, or I don't know. I could just feel like this covers up the guys a lot, or I could do like this. And maybe that. What do you guys think? So say either top, which would mean both on the top, or bottom. Top condor, that's what they are, condor. That's what they are. Yeah, I've seen condors, of course hawks, and then trying to think of what the other one up by Lake Tahoe was. Yeah, so say top or bottom. So there's that one. Let's see if we can find something for these guys. I think Merry Christmas is going to cover up the tree a little bit too much, but let's see what else we have. Sleigh. We could also do, no, I think that's too much. Let's see if we have anything on here. Nothing on there. But I know we'll find something. We have all this, all is calm or all is bright. That's a possibility. Maybe that one. But I think if we do one of these, we could just do half. Time of Peace. Merry Little Christmas. Oh, that's cute. I like that black and white. All right, I'm going to cut this one. If we don't like it, we don't have to use it. I like the black and white though. I like it, but I think it covers too much of the tree. I think even if I cut it down smaller, and then it's awfully like the guys. Let's see. Let's try to do this. Do we want them to be all as bright or all as calm? Well, might be able to do both. Let's see. Let's see here. I love these. Now I'm feeling like I want to get more of these snippets. Okay, I'm going to cut it and then see. Oh, I hope you saw an eagle, Susie. Isn't it beautiful? Beautiful sign from nature. All is calm. Kind of goes with the wording. All is calm. If you see an eagle in the wild, all is calm, all is bright. Okay, let's see. If we put one up here, might be able to do the same thing, kind of split it. Oh, that's kind of cute. What do you think? I think that's kind of cute split. I like that. Let's do that. Well, let's see. If we put it here, well, we could put them both down. I don't know. I'm so indecisive. Let me cut off a little bit more of the end. I feel like I need to start taking that. What is that stuff you take for your? What is it stuff they have on the commercials for your? See, I can't even remember. Like for your memory. Full disclosure, I've never had a good memory my whole life. Even when I was a kid, I never had a good memory. But what is that stuff? The commercial that you're supposed to take? It's supposed to help you. It's supposed to help you with your memory. I need that, whatever it is. Oh, let's do it at the bottom. Let's just do it at the bottom. You do have eagles in New Jersey? I think you saw an eagle. I think you saw an eagle. When I was in Florida, after Jim left those couple days, I put it down here, I think. I was walking the doggy by myself, and I found, oh my gosh, this beautiful big feather. And of course, every time I find feathers, I always know my mom is sending me a little message. I think I might have posted it on Instagram too, and so one of my friends, my friend Rosina, she's like, oh, if you find another one, let me know. I guess she's been looking for big feathers like that. And so I said, oh, I'm going to bring you this one home because I know my mom would love it for you to have it. That was so beautiful. It's probably like a seagull feather or something, but that when you find the big ones like that, so pretty. And I have so many. Oh my gosh, we have so many feathers. big feathers like that we've found since my mom passed. That's cute. All is calm. All is bright. Okay. And then what did we decide? Did anybody say, is that what it is? Ginkgo biloba. Biloba. Yes, that's what that's what I need. Ginkgo biloba. Is that the name brand? There's like a name brand, right? With the commercials. That's probably it. What Diane's saying? There's a bald eagle tour on one of our lakes. What? In January, always freezing. Take us out on the boats and oh my gosh, Diane. I would love to do that. So do they build like the big nest at the top of the tree? For the life of me, because I need the ginkgo, I can't remember. When we were up in Tahoe, and laying my mom and stepdad to rest, I can't think of what the name of the birds were. And I don't think they're condors, but there's some kind of big bird like that would be similar to an eagle. They weren't eagles. Egrets? No, that's not right. And they build the nests right at the tippy top of the tree, right? So older trees. You had to Google it, Nettie. I love it. We both need the ginkgo. We both need the ginkgo, Nettie. Oh my gosh, so funny. Yeah, do they build them at the tippy top like that? Because they have to be huge nests, I would think, for how big the eagles are. Oh, how beautiful, Diane. I would love to go see something like that. How majestic and amazing. What a gift from nature, right? To see something so gorgeous like that. Let's see. I'll drop it down a little bit. Maybe not have it so high. There we go. So then we just have a little bit that hangs over the edge. I'm going to hit that with some ink here. Oh, where did my club go? Christmas club. Make sure there isn't another way that it looks. No, it gets too covered up that way. Okay. All right. Our guys are at the Christmas club. Oh, let me write that down. Bear Lake Eagle Cam. Okay. You'll need to look at that. Bear. Oh my gosh. Okay, Bear Lake. Maybe I'll even pull it up while we're sitting here. Okay, club. Oh no. Oh, here it is. It was like in that little bit of time where I went to grab the pen, I lost it. Okay. Cute. Pull that down a little bit. All right. Oh, I think these are adorable. I'll pull out the other ladies, but right? Those turned out so cute. Definitely took a while to do it, but because I'm sitting here chatting, if you were just sitting and relaxing, listening to music or podcast or something, you could probably make these much quicker. I like that little bit of sparkle there on that one. I think those are good. I would call those done. And I liked that we discovered the little snowflake for the back. I think that's a great way to decorate those. So here's our guys. And then here's our ladies. We could even put some of the guys and ladies together, which would be cute. I think that's probably what I'll end up doing. Whoops. So here's the gals. Very cute. I think those are very fun. You do, Kathy? Oh my gosh, you're so lucky. You ladies are so lucky with the eagles. I don't even know. I'd have to look up where we would have eagles close enough. We definitely have hawks because we do see hawks on our street. We have one. I think he or she seems to kind of stick to this area. We see it a lot on our neighbor across the street. Their house is raised from ours, kind of like a hill. So their house is like way maybe a house height above ours. It's like really raised up above, which is great because they have a view of the water, which we don't. We're too low to have a view of the water. So it's over there a lot. And then the other cool thing is we have two, I don't know what kind of owls, but they're the huge, I mean, they're probably at least 16 inches tall. They're probably at least as tall. And we have two telephone poles in either corner of our yard. Well, the right one is in our yard, and then the one to the left of our backyard, the other side that's in the neighbor behind us. But we have two owls, and they each will sit on top of the telephone pole, and they'll just like hoo like at each other like all night long. So they seem like they're really sticking to our neighborhood a lot. Sometimes there's another neighbor, maybe 3 houses away. They have like a big pine tree. So sometimes they'll be up in the pine tree or they'll be on our telephone poles, and they're super fun to listen to at night when it gets dark. Let's see. And Diane says, okay, so the babies usually hatch in March. And Susie says, about 5 years ago, I have a picture of an eagle on an American flag post. I love it. We have our American flag up on our house year round, but we don't have an eagle. I need to tell Jim, we need to get a post that has an eagle on top of it. Oh, Big Bear Eagle. Oh, okay. So we're not too far from Big Bear. Maybe that's the closest we could see them. I don't know how far we are from Big Bear. Yeah, the owls are fun. We saw when we were hiking in Wyoming after my parents passed, Taylor and I, we were taking a hike around. They had like a reservoir across the street from their house, and we were taking kind of a daily hike that we did every day, and we saw this huge one that was in the tree right next to the trail. It was so cool. So super cool. But the ones that we get up on the telephone pole, they're just fun. Sometimes we'll go out and look at them, and we can just, we'll shine the flashlight, or we can just see their outline, but they're just fun. Jim and I, we can really hear them well from our bedroom. So when we're laying in bed at night, we're always like, "Did you hear the owl?" And yeah, do you hear it? Yeah, it's kind of fun. Oh my gosh, Diane. They can be, I mean, there's different sizes of them, right? But if they're the big, huge ones, that would not have been good for you or the car. Hi, Sandra. How are you? Welcome, welcome. We're glad you're here. So Diane says, right, we're talking about birds. We're kind of done crafting, and we're talking about eagles and hawks and feathers and condors. We're all talking birds. So Diane says right now they're just visiting the nest and preparing it for winter. Ooh, shit, I'm gonna pull it up. Should I do that? Okay, so it's Big Bear. Big Bear. I'm gonna pull it up. Let's see. Big Bear. Big Bear Lake Eagle Camp. Oh my gosh. This is exciting. I'm going to look for like what, oh, here we go, live. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. Oh, maybe I need to look for one. So there, this is what the live is right now, which is gorgeous. Let me go back and see, so we can look at them. Let me see here. I think there was one from 4 days ago, so we might be able to see. Oh my gosh, they're so beautiful. Okay, let me, how do I do the full screen? No. Oh, is there not a way to do the full? No, not AirPlay. Oh my gosh. Oh, visit. I think I have to go. I'm trying to make it so it goes big. Visit. It's weird, but it's not pulling it up. Okay, let me try again. I'm not always the most techie. I'm going to get one where we can see. See the birds. Okay, here's a nest. We need some action. I think like they show. Oh, oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! That is so cool. I think this was from recently. Oh my gosh! Isn't that just the most beautiful thing? I've had little like parakeets as pets, and I can't say that I that that they were my favorite pet or I loved them. They were quite messy, but I don't know. I do have a thing for birds. Isn't that just gore? I know, Diane. I can. This is like relaxing. I don't. Is there noise? There's probably no noise to it. Let's see. Oh, there is. There is noise. So this would be something really relaxing just to have playing when you're crafting, and then you could just look up every once in a while. Much better than kind of the things that are going on in the world. Oh, aren't they beautiful? Oh my gosh. Now, I don't know if this was live or replay because I kept clicking on ones that let me see. If this may not be live, this may be from a couple days ago. Oh my gosh. Are they magnificent or what? Oh my gosh. I'm so glad we started talking about birds. There's so much of a glare. Let me turn the light off. I'm getting super into this. Let me turn the overhead light off. I think it'll be less blurry. I have the overhead on. Over the dining room table. Oh my gosh, they're so gorgeous. Oh my goodness, look at that. It's still a little bit glary. Can you guys hear? Oh my gosh. Okay, so Diane said there's one in the distance too. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I could just look at this all day. Look at their eyes. What is the I wonder what is the like intelligence factor or number on these big birds like this? They do. They have a Facebook group too. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. How did I like not know this was a thing? I love to watch like the like gorillas and stuff and the chimpanzees. I also have a love for big apes. My son does too. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Oh, I bet the babies are so cute. Like when they're all featherless and stuff. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, we'll have to, maybe next week we'll check in with them. we'll do a little segue every week. Oh my gosh. Ah, what a treat. What a treat. See, look at all these wonderful things. If we didn't have this hangout and live crafting and chatting, we wouldn't have known this. We wouldn't have had this wonderful treat today. Okay, now I can't close it. There we go. I was trying to close it and go back over here. Oh my gosh. Oh, what was that one? Wait, so the one I was just watching, it's called FOBBV Cam. So I'm going to subscribe to that. I'm now subscribed officially. Oh, I see. So they have like two. So it looks like they have two live cams going. So they have cam 2 and cam 1. So I'm going to watch that later. I think when I clicked on cam 2, it wasn't showing anything. And then cam 1, oh, there's Hazel's there. Whoops, Hazel was there too. Hazel was there when I clicked on cam 2, there wasn't anything. So they're not in the nest right now, but Hazel's down there. I have to go watch that haul video. Okay, let me go back over here. Let me go so I can see the chat. Take the sound down. Okay, there we go. There we go. Oh yeah, let me do that. Yeah, let me go turn can you guys see? Let me go turn the light on. Thank you for reminding me. I'm gonna do the stickles. Thank you. And I'll show you the ones that I have. Yeah, so I don't know if you can tell. So like on this one, it's hard to see, but I added stickles to that. That was just like a little, I think it was maybe from one of these strips. What else did I add it to on this one? Oh, and I think I added a little bit on the button. It's kind of hard to see, but the colors I have. So this is the one I tend to use the most. So it's Stardust. So it's not like a silver, like a thick, so it's very kind of iridescent. And that's what I use for that. So it kind of gives you that, the pinks and the greens and the purples. Hopefully you can kind of see that. So that's kind of a light one. I also have, so this was all free stuff from Remainders. I have Christmas red. I have cranberry, which are very similar, but those will be pretty to use. And then what is this one? Oh no, this one I know I didn't buy because I'm not a huge purple. I love purple. It was my mom's favorite color, but I think this came in the bag too. So that's lavender. And then I think one of these I bought. So this is like the silver. Yeah, this one is called silver. And what is this one called? Oh, this one doesn't even say. But they're somewhat similar. I think this is maybe a little bit lighter. And this is maybe a little bit darker of a silver. But let's choose, let's use one of these. Let's put some silver on that button. Make sure these aren't all dried up. No, it's still good. And I'll show you the tip. So you can see how nice the tip is. So it's kind of maybe not quite as pointy It's the art glitter, but you do get a really good precision. And I'm just going to put it on the button here. And what's nice about it is you can move it around with the tip too. So it's kind of in a clear, what do I want to say? It's like a clear glue, and then the glitter is just kind of floating in there. So it's not like you're going to get super thick, like a thick line. If you want a thick line of glitter, then I would say do actual glue. Let's see, it's hard to see. Let me let it focus. Okay, there it's focused. So can you kind of see that? So it's kind of like glitter that's floating in a clear glue. So it just adds a little something something. Let's see, where else am I going to put it? Like I'm going to put a little bit on their hats. I'll run a little bit of glitter maybe on that hat. So he's got a little bit of a line. You can kind of see that. So he's got a little bit of a line. Let's see. Let's use some Christmas red. Let's glitter these guys up. Yeah, some of I probably should store them upside down because they were used when I bought them. They weren't brand new. That one may be too. Let's see this one. I'm going to take this and stick it in my bowl here. Let's see if this one's a little bit. Ooh, this one may be dried up. Here we go. Get one of these pins here. Yeah, they add really, really pretty sparkle. And I would say, I think I put a link below. I would say probably, and I think the link below it was a 3-pack. So I think like silver, gold. If you're just gonna try some out, I would say something like the Stardust, and then maybe the silver and gold. I think you'd probably get more bang for your buck, right? Because it just adds a little nice touch to it. So it's kind of nice to have those metallics. Okay, it's coming out, but it's pretty thick. I grab for that Stardust the most often. No, it's not cooperating. Oh, it's not cooperating. I'm going to put that one upside down too. Okay, let's see. Let's put, so there's a little bit of glitter already on this sticker. And I'm just going to add a little bit more with the silver, because why not? It's almost like it has the little Stardust going on, but we'll give it a little bit more, and then you can see how that looks. Hopefully you can see that. So kind of, it gave it more sparkle. It's hard to see, but it kind of gave it even more of a silvery sparkle. We could even, I'm going to use this one. I think this is probably my favorite, the Stardust, because it is like super, super subtle. So now they have very sparkly hats on. So you can kind of see that. I like the subtleness of that. Make their hat sparkly too. There we go. They got a little sparkle hats. They are sparkly. They are calm. They are bright. And of course, when you're in the Christmas club, you need like a sparkle hat. Okay. All right, friends. I think these turned out super cute. And we got to see the amazing eagles. Oh, and I missed that up there. So Angela said, I wanted to go back to the paper because I saw where Angela was talking about the paper. Yeah, Angela said also that Pam loves stickles. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good deal on that 3-pack. I was trying to look. I think I was maybe looking for the Stardust by itself, and then I saw that 3-pack. So, and I don't have gold. I might go back and grab some more of that. Did you, Diane, when the 3 eggs hatched? Oh my gosh. I probably wouldn't get anything done. I'd just be watching the babies all day. I know. Let's see. Oh, Angela says she has silver, gold, diamond, and 3 green. Ooh, I don't have any blue-green shades. I bet that's beautiful. Oh, only 2 survived last year. Let's see here. Oh, is that what their names are? Jackie and Shadow. Oh my gosh, I love it. I know Angela said, okay, that's what I wanted to look at. So the paper, I wanted to go back. So Angela said she just tried a stamp and it looks good. Amazing. Put a picture in our craft group, Angela, like what the paper looks like, and then maybe what the side to side looks like with the vintage paper in that one. That's exciting. Bye, Sandra. I hope you have a great day at work. I'm so glad you got to hang out with us too. Oh, see, she already beat me to it. She put a pic in the crafty chat of the sketchbook next to the original paper. Awesome. I'm excited to go look. Oh my gosh, so fun. Okay, I'm going to turn the camera around and say my goodbyes because I know you guys have lots of fun things to do today. Probably all kinds of other fun things going on in YouTube world. Does anybody have, if anybody has lives or anything going on today or through this weekend, definitely go ahead and put them in the chat so you can share with everybody. To unclick that. Done and done. Angela is always so organized. Angela doesn't need ginkgo biloba. What did I just say that? Ginkgo biloba. Angela doesn't need ginkgo. Definitely not. She's like on the ball and good at remembering things. Me, not so much. Awesome. I love birds too. I've always loved birds, and of course I love birds even more, and I love that my mama picked feathers. Like we knew so quick. I told her when she was in hospice, I said, Mama, you have to pick something good because her mom, my Nana, she I just somehow, when you know, like when you know things, you feel them in your gut. Yeah. So Nana, my mom's mom, had already picked monarch butterflies. So she comes through to us as monarchs. And so I told my mom, you have to pick something really good. And so that we'll know, pick a good one, Mom. And she picked feathers. And she makes herself known in the craziest ways. Like so crazy, where we've been doing things and there's a feather next to something, or just like in your face with the feathers and like big feathers. big crazy feathers, like big turkey feathers and hawk feathers. I have a big vase just full of them. She makes herself known. Okay, so Angela says the original paper is slightly more translucent, but if it still gives that look and feel, it's good. That's a win. Okay, so I'm excited to go look at that. And that's it, friends. I don't know what we'll be doing next week together. Definitely, it will be something Christmassy. What is our prompt? These are kind of like tabs, right? These are a little bit like a tab because they can be used like a tab. It always happens. That always happens every week, I feel like. It's always something similar to what we're doing for the day. But that may not be what I share with you this coming week, but I am going to make some fun tabs. I'm going to take advantage of the weekly prompt, and so I'll add some fun tabs to a couple of these pages. But I don't know, what would you all like to see us do next week? Ideas I'm thinking, definitely we're going to need pockets in the Christmas journal. We're going to need some journaling cards. We're going to need some, what else? Maybe some flips. Some tags would be fun. So yeah, anybody type in if there's something in particular, because I will jump on that. That'll give me a good jumping off point. But yeah, probably what we'll be doing at least for the rest of this month, and maybe we'll go into December a little bit, we will be decorating our cute little journal. And then what I may do is even put it in Etsy or something. I'll put it up in the shop once we're done. So it'll be kind of fun, like we decorated it together. Let's see. Angela says, I have selective memory. The customers are always surprised that I remember all their names. I wouldn't be able to do that. Well, it would take me a lot of years to get them in my head. Oh my gosh, the fact that you could possibly remember all the birthdays would be crazy good, Angela. Oh my gosh, that's so fun. Do you ever do where you have, my memory is so bad. So my birthday's May 18th and my mother-in-law's birthday was May 14th. And I had to say her birthday all the time because I was the one that took her to, all her doctor's appointments and made all the phone calls and, all the trips to the emergency room and urgent care. So I was constantly saying her birthday. And one time, I don't know, I called one of my own doctors or made a call to somewhere where they were like, what's your birthday? And so I kept saying 514, her year. And they were like, what? We don't see you in our system. And I'm like, well, how could you not? I was kind of like, well, how could you not? And then I realized I was saying her birthday. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed. I've been giving you my mother-in-law's birthday and not mine. So that's how I don't retain things very well. Okay, maybe in March we'll have to remind me, Diane, because I'll forget. We can have like a live cam watching thing or something. I don't know if that's okay to do that, to share it. Like, could I pull it in and put it up on the screen, and maybe we could make like bird things. We could do like bird themed like tags or something like that, and we could just have like this whole bird crafting session. It would be really fun. Oh yes, are we gonna do that, Angela? I think is that what we decided on? I mean, I just threw that out as an idea to do bird bookmarks for the November swap. So Angela is our pairing up extraordinaire person. I don't even know how to do it. Okay, good. That's a done deal. So bookmarks for November. And Angela said, yes, let's do it. So I bet she will pair us up. Did you do that last week, Nettie? You gave Jordan's birthday? And were you, in your mind, were you like, well, how come you can't? Like, what do you mean? What do you mean you can't find it? Because it rolls off your tongue. It's in your head. It seems correct and right. I have to stop. I have to stop and think about it with Taylor and Ryan. I also have to stop because Ryan, his birth like day is the same as Jim's. So that always catches me. And then I always have to stop and think year. Like, because sometimes I'll have to say, oh, Taylor is this year, her year, and then Ryan is 3 years later. So when I'm saying, I don't, with Jim's, I rattle off pretty easily. Obviously, my mother-in-law, I feel like mine, unless I get mixed up with hers. But the kids, I always have to kind of stop because I have to like really think about Ryan's month because it's so similar to Jim's, and then their years. I kind of have to give it, which is terrible, yes, because I'm their mom. Did you do the same thing, Susie? Yeah, we say their birth dates, right? When you're a caregiver like that, you're saying, and especially as they get older and their needs change and, hospital visits, all that, we sometimes we're saying their birth dates on the daily. And I didn't quite have her social security memorized, but I was probably close to having that memorized too. Because you're saying it all the time and it just rolls off your tongue. So, but that just means we're loving on them and we're taking really good care of them. So I'm going to take it as that versus that we have bad memories. We're doing good work. What? So Diane says they also they have an egg watch because they know how many days it'll take for the babies to hatch. What? So Angela says she uses a random Team Jenner website, but I also know you kind of look at it, Angela, because you kind of know who's been paired up before, right? So you kind of know I think you like rerun it a little bit, which is nice because I think there's still some people that I haven't been paired up with again. Like I had never had Laura before. That was the first time having Laura this past month. So that's so funny, Nitty. Oh, that's easy. 7-Eleven. That's super easy to remember. Yes, I want to participate. I'll go in there too and put it. But yeah, I'm a definite yes on the swap. And if anybody is watching right now, I know we probably have some people that aren't chatting in the chat, but if anybody is listening or anybody is watching on the replay and you're on Instagram and you would love to be in an active craft group, send me a message on Instagram. You can message me, you can message Angela. Angela is Dear Angela's Vintage on Instagram. I'm Day Trip Vintage Co. So same word as I am here on YouTube. And also in Linktree, you can find my Instagram, but message us if you would love to be in a, we're not like crazy, like you're getting too many messages, craft group, but we do the weekly prompts. And once we have done our make, we'll post pictures so that we, to inspire everybody. And if we see fun things on Instagram, like cool videos or techniques or things like that, we'll post that. And yeah, we just have fun. So it's not something where you're going to be bombarded with messages every day. And I have to say, I'm super bad. Sometimes I don't check in for a couple of days. I'm not on Instagram a lot. So sometimes I'll go 2 or 3 days before I check in, which is probably not good. But yeah, so message me or message Angela, and we would love to add you to the group. And it's fun to see Sometimes we'll just post pictures of things that we're working on and things that we're up to. So it's fun. Everybody's super nice. And like fun, haha. Like I think everybody has good sense of humor too. Like we have fun that way too. It's like loose and light. So it's a good thing. Kathy is in. Kathy says, me too. I haven't had Kathy as a partner, right, Kathy? You and I haven't been paired up. I think we're due for being paired up. Nettie and I have done. Angela and I have done. I know for sure I haven't had Kathy as a partner. I don't know who else. I don't know. Yes. So hint, Angela, Kathy and I are due to be paired up. So if you can do that somehow in the spinny thing, I should check in more often. I don't. Okay, full disclosure, maybe that's part of being an introvert, but social media is very hard for me. And it was something I've been thinking about, and I know you guys all want to go, but social media I struggle with greatly, which doesn't make sense because I'm on YouTube here with you guys, I'm crafting, but I love creating. This is like my happy place. So this seems easy to me. Well, not yes, you're right. I haven't had Christy. And Holly, I think, was my partner when you were first pairing us up, right? Because I don't think we were just paired with one person. Like I think we had a couple. And I feel so bad with Holly because I like to give, kind of extra good. When somebody's my first time swap partner, I like to do really good happy mail packages. And I wasn't understanding that. So I had Holly, but then I had somebody else I had to send to. So yes, I need Holly again so I can make up for that last time. I need Christy and I need Kathy. So just saying. Oh, Susie, we love you, Susie. I wish you were on Instagram. I wish there was a way I could help you get on Instagram, Susie. I think you would love it, and then you can have all the back end hanging out too. Angela says, "Yeah, I'm a millennial. So yeah, just saying, I would love to have, Kathy, Christy, or Holly, if you can make that happen. And what else? I don't know what I was talking about. It left. Oh, I was just saying, that's what I was saying. I was saying social media is very hard for me because I'm such an introvert that sometimes I don't know if that's an ADHD thing or an introvert thing, but I have a really hard time with just the whole social media thing. I have a really hard time with, like, I watch videos, but it's difficult for me to figure out what I'm going to write as a comment. So I should do something where I just have something that I put as comments that's just emojis or something and not words, because I struggle over it. I want to say the right thing and not seem weird. And are you guys like that? Like, I don't, because sometimes your feelings or what you're thinking, it doesn't come through conveyed well when it's typed out versus said. Clearly, I also stumble over my words here with all of you. So I just struggle with that. I struggle with like making posts, but I know it's part of the gig, right? It's when you're a small business owner, as I am, or if I want to share the things I'm making and working on, I have to do it. But yeah, I struggle with it. And so part of that struggle is like, I don't log on, like I don't do Facebook at all because I don't understand Facebook. And so I don't log on to things as much as I should. But anyway, that's a weird thing about me. I know I think that's a good thing, Nettie, and I think I need to start doing it. In fact, I had mentioned to Hazel, I said to her when she was interviewing me, I said, I'm so bad. I'm good at watching things, but I'm very bad at leaving comments because I struggle over my comment. I want to say something cute, or I want to say something that's insightful about what I just watched, and I struggle with it. So that's what I need to do, because I know Kathy does it. I love it. Kathy leaves emojis on a lot of my stuff, and I feel the love and send the love back. So maybe that's what I need to start doing. But anyway, all right. Everybody wants to go and enjoy their day and not listen to me about my weirdness. So I love you all. I thank you all for being here with me today. I love that we watched the Eagles. If you're watching the replay and you have any questions about what we did, leave a comment below. And definitely, if you're interested in being in the craft group, send me a message. You could even leave it in the comment. In the comment section, even if your name is the same on Instagram, message Angela, message myself, and we would love to have you join our group. And is that what you do for a larger channel? Do a smiling face and a heart? That's good. I love it. I'm gonna copy you guys. Has she, Kathy? Oh my gosh. Babes, I saw where he was putting the roof up. I'll have to go look. I miss Jan. I miss me some Jan. For those that don't know, Jan, Antiques from Karen. So Jan and her honey were doing live sales and things, and she had an amazing YouTube channel. Just this whole those videos would be great to go back and watch, but she inherited her mother's house, who was an antique dealer and had become a hoarder later on in life. And many of us also met through Jan, and I miss her. She's an amazing, wonderful, wonderful lady. And her boyfriend, Dean, her babes, wonderful man. So yeah. I'm missing some Jan. I'll go look at that later today. Okay, everybody. I love you guys so much, and I will see you next Thursday. Have an amazing week. Have a happy day. Bye.